Oh, my God. Sophie's a dog.
Indiana has done it. Commissioner's Cup championship knocking off.
Sophie Cunningham was a black belt at the age of 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boom!
Wow.
The Fever were going to win by double digits.
And the highlights with Sophie Cunningham, they were able to bring that spark, that energy that was required.
In the world of sports, it's rare for a single game to become a defining moment for an entire franchise. That's exactly what happened when Sophie Cunningham took center stage on July 1st, 2025. The Indiana Fever were on the brink of something big, their first ever WNBA Commissioner's Cup win. But the most interesting part wasn't just the trophy or the victory over the Minnesota Lynx. It was how Sophie Cunningham made sure that even without their star player, Caitlin Clark, the Fever still shone bright. This wasn't just a game of basketball, it was a battle of wills. The Fever faced off against one of the most dominant teams in the league, the Minnesota Lynx. But the Fever had something to prove. With Clark sidelined due to a groin injury, many questioned whether the Fever could maintain their dominance without their top scorer and playmaker. Little did they know, Sophie Cunningham was about to silence those doubters in a way that will be remembered for years. Sophie Cunningham, the heroic stand-in. Let's talk about Sophie Cunningham, arguably one of the most underrated players in the WNBA before that game. Known for her sharp shooting and fiery competitiveness, Cunningham had been playing a supporting role for much of her career, but on this night, with Clark absent, Cunningham was thrust into the spotlight. She didn't just accept the challenge, she embraced it. The stats don't lie. Cunningham contributed 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist with an impressive 60% shooting from beyond the arc, but the numbers alone don't tell the full story. Her leadership, her defense, and her energy were contagious. Cunningham's presence on the court was felt in every minute as she played with an intensity that elevated the Fever in ways that went far beyond the box score. Her performance was marked by her three-point shooting, a weapon that allowed her to spread the floor and create opportunities for her teammates. When the game was tight, Cunningham was the one who hit the clutch shots, silencing the critics and providing the Fever with momentum whenever they needed it the most. This wasn't just about putting up numbers, it was about stepping into a leadership role and showing the world that the Fever could win without their star player. The breakdown, Cunningham's impact. Let's take a deeper dive into Cunningham's performance. These are the kinds of statistics that paint a picture of just how instrumental she was to the Fever's success. These numbers don't just reflect a good performance, they represent someone who stepped up when the stakes were high. Cunningham wasn't just filling in, she was leading the charge. She proved that with the right mentality and leadership, the Fever could continue to thrive even in the absence of their biggest star. Caitlin Clark's absence, still a presence. While Cunningham's efforts on the court were undeniable, it's important not to overlook the presence of Caitlin Clark, who was sidelined due to injury but still played a pivotal role in the game. Even though she couldn't lace up her shoes and contribute on the court, Clark's energy and leadership were felt throughout the game. From the sidelines, Clark cheered her team on, offering words of encouragement and ensuring the Fever knew they had her full support. In a post-game interview, Clark made a statement that resonated with fans and critics alike. "Everybody in the league is sick," she said.
Guys, I just know everybody in the league is sick.
Referring to the perception that many teams were eager to see the Fever fall apart without her. Her words were more than just a defense of her teammates. They were a rallying cry. Clark's confidence in Cunningham and the entire team was clear. She believed in them, and her words inspired the Fever to finish the job. The Fever's historic victory. The road to the Commissioner's Cup wasn't easy. The Minnesota Lynx, one of the most powerful teams in the league, didn't make it easy for the Fever. In fact, the Lynx built a solid lead early, holding a 13-point advantage in the first quarter, but Indiana wasn't fazed. They fought back, and by halftime, the Fever had closed the gap and were poised for a strong second half. The third quarter proved to be the turning point. With their defense stifling the Lynx's offensive flow, the Fever turned up the heat. Cunningham's shooting was a major factor, but it was the defense that truly set the tone. The Fever's aggressive defense and ability to execute in crunch time were what ultimately secured their 74-59 victory. It was a complete team effort, with Natasha Howard's dominance on the boards, 16 points, 12 rebounds, playing a crucial role. The Fever's depth was on full display as players like Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Ari McDonald all contributed in meaningful ways, helping to drive the team to victory. The Caitlin Clark effect beyond the court. Let's talk about the Caitlin Clark effect. While her injury kept her off the court, her presence has been nothing short of transformative for the Indiana Fever. Since joining the team, Clark has brought a level of visibility to the franchise that it has never had before. In a market like Indiana, where basketball reigns supreme, Clark's star power has helped the Fever capture the public's attention and elevate the entire league. Estimates suggest that Clark's arrival in Indiana has contributed an additional $36.5 million to the local economy. Whether it's increased attendance at games, higher merchandise sales, or a boost in media attention, Clark's impact cannot be overstated. Fans flock to Fever games not just to watch the team, but to see Clark in action. Her popularity has sparked renewed interest in the WNBA and has made Indiana a destination for basketball fans across the nation. Looking ahead, the Fever's future. With the Commissioner's Cup now in their trophy case, the Indiana Fever have proven that they are more than just a one-player team. Cunningham's performance, along with the contributions from players like Howard and Boston, shows that the Fever are a well-rounded squad capable of competing with the best of the best. But this is only the beginning. The return of Caitlin Clark will only make the Fever even more dangerous. With the championship under their belts and their star player ready to come back, the Fever are poised for a deep playoff run in the upcoming WNBA season. The future looks bright for the team, and the Fever are ready to make a statement. Their victory in the Commissioner's Cup has given them the confidence and momentum they need to contend for the WNBA championship. As fans, we have a responsibility to support the players who are changing the game. Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark, and the entire Indiana Fever team have shown us what true perseverance and teamwork look like. Now it's our turn to show up for them, attend the games, follow the team on social media, and share their journey with others. The future of the WNBA is bright, but it needs our support. Women's basketball is growing, and with stars like Cunningham and Clark leading the charge, the sky's the limit. Let's continue to support the Fever and all women athletes as they break barriers, make history, and inspire the next generation of players. The Indiana Fever's historic journey. In conclusion, the Indiana Fever's journey to winning the Commissioner's Cup is a story of resilience, teamwork, and leadership. Sophie Cunningham's performance in the final game proved that the Fever are more than just a team. They are a force to be reckoned with. With Caitlin Clark's return on the horizon, the Fever's future looks incredibly promising. As fans, we are witnessing a new era in women's basketball, and the Indiana Fever are leading the charge. This team's journey is far from over, and the best is yet to come. As the Fever continue their quest for the WNBA championship, one thing is certain: they have the talent, the heart, and the drive to go all the way. So let's keep supporting them every step of the way and celebrate the greatness of women's basketball